Welcome to lesson 6.8, still working in the algebra strand of the Common Core, and today we're going to write related facts. Our lesson objective is just that. It is write related multiplication and division facts, so seeing the connection between those two. Your essential question is almost the same. It's just asking you how can you write a set of related multiplication and division facts, and then a reference to our Common Core standards that you can match up on the board. Looking at our vocabulary for related facts, you previously learned related facts in other grade levels as fact families. So those are like 3 plus 4 equals 7 is the same as 4 plus 3 equals 7, using those same three numbers here in that family. Then turning it around for subtraction, remember using the biggest number always first, so you have 7 minus something, 7 minus something. Using your first number of 7 minus 3 equals 4, 7 minus 4 equaling 3. Now we're going to do it with multiplication and division. So kind of switching your mind here, you can do 3 times 5 equals 15, which is the same as 5 times 3 equals 15. Again, using my largest number as my first number in my division problems, and sorting out because you're only using the same three numbers in all those problems. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 15 divided by 5 equals the 3. So those are your related facts for addition and subtraction, and your related facts for multiplication and division. So that's what our lesson is going to focus on today. That's what you will go back and journal out at the end of how to do that. In your math journal, you're going to start with the problem of the day. Nicholas has 3 bags of marbles. There are 6 marbles in each bag, and we want to find out how many marbles are in all. So we have 3 bags with 6 in each one. So we have done 3 times 6, and if you count those up, there's your answer. And of course, don't forget to label it, and we were looking for marbles again, so don't forget to label your problem. An added thing today, we're talking about another journal entry. So underneath problem of the day in your journal, you will need to do this. Looking at inverse operations. Okay, it says have students complete the word description model for the related facts using their own words. You may want to wait to do this until the end of the unit, but in the middle of this graphic organizer they have related facts. It wants you to write a definition in this box. Describe it using facts. So just like I did on the slide before this, use some facts to show us how to do it. Write or draw an example. So instead of just doing 3 plus 4 equals 7, show me that, but you're not using plus because we're doing multiplication and division this time. And then write or draw a non-example, so how it does not work if you use a different process. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video and complete the problem of the day, and then choose to do this probably at the end would make more sense. So go ahead and pause, do problem of the day, and then continue on. Okay, our first journal math book page, you should be on page 239 in your Go Math book. And we are going to start by unlocking the problem with related facts. There's our vocabulary word. Related facts are a set of related multiplication and division equations. Remember, an equation is anything that has the equal sign in it. What related facts can you write for 2, 4, and 8? So there's your 3 numbers that they're going to use in this, just like we did before. Okay? Looking at our blue box, what model can you use to show how multiplication and division are related? So it wants to know what physical model you can do. And we've worked on arrays in the last 4 chapters, so I think that would be an easy model that you could easily do to show that this would be 2 times 3. You could also do 3 times 2. Okay? So using an array would be an easy way to do that. That would be a great answer to your vocabulary that you saved for the end of the chapter that we just did to draw an example. Okay, you may choose to use your square tiles if you'd like to. They are still at your computer centers, or you may draw on a piece of scratch paper and attach it to your work when you're done. Step 1, use 8 tiles to make an array of 2 rows. So here's 1 row, here's 2 rows, and it wants us to use 8 tiles. Draw the rest of the tiles. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many tiles are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many tiles are in each row? Is 4. Write a division equation for the array using the total number of tiles as the dividend. So that's our big number, remember, and the number of rows as the divisor. Okay, so we're going to start with our big number. So we have the numbers 8, 2, and 4. So looking at those, which one is your biggest number goes first. We're going to do 8 divided by, we had 2 rows, equals 4. Use a multiplication equation for the array. Again, we had 2 rows times 4 in each row gave us a total of 4 plus 4 equals, and our third number is 8. So again, we've used the numbers 8, 2, 4, and 2, 4, and 8. So there are our related facts, formerly known in past years as fact families. Now it wants us to try it a different way. Now use 8 tiles to make an array with 4 equal rows. So here's our 4 equal rows they outlined for us. Draw the rest of the tiles. 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many tiles are in each row? There are only 2 in each row. This time our facts were 8, 4, and 2. I want to draw a division equation for the array using the total number of tiles as the dividend, so that's the big number, and the number of rows as the divisor. So again, we have to start with our big number. Our dividend is 8. How many total rows did we have? It told us to make 4. And how many were in each row was 2. Again, using those same 3 numbers. So, using what you know about fact families and related facts, you know that 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So 8 divided by 2 equals, you have the missing number of 4. Here you know that 2 times 4, you're doing double 4s. 4 plus 4 is 8, so 2 times 4 is 8. And they flipped it around here. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. And 4 times 2, they flipped this one around, equals 8. Write a multiplication equation for the array. You have 4 rows, 2 columns, so 4 times 2 is 8. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to and go back and review those, especially the words that they're asking you. They're paying very close attention to the words dividend and divisor and equation, so make sure you really understand those. They should have been written at the beginning of the chapter in your journal. Remembering the dividend is the biggest number, and then your divisor, you are dividing the total by. Okay? Now it wants us to try this. Draw an array with 4 rows and 4 tiles. So here are 4 rows. Okay, so it wants 4 rows of 4 tiles. So it wants 4 columns of Go ahead and pause if you need to catch that up. Your array shows that related facts for 4, 4, and 16. Notice that since you have 2 4s, you don't have 3 different numbers, so you're not going to have you're not going to have 2 multiplication and you're not going to have 2 division problems since you have the doubles of 4. Would you please go ahead and count what's here, use what you know about your multiplication problem, and fill in both of these, please. 4 times 4 is, and 16 divided by 4. 16 is your dividend. Since both factors are the same, there are only 2 equations for this set of related facts, which is what I was just explaining also. The next one, it says, write another set of related fact that has only 2 equations. So this is describing this one. Since you had the 2 numbers that were the same, you only have 2 equations. So think of something else that you would have the 2 numbers are the same, like 2 times 2 equals 4, which would be 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So think of something that has another double in it, and you write that on that line. Try to think up your own, since you don't need to copy mine. Next, we're going to do share and show. Complete the related for this array. Okay. So it gave us one fact. 2 times 8 equals 16. If you use the related fact, you can do 8 times, and finish filling this in, please. Okay, you should have just flipped the numbers. So 2 times 8 equals 16 is the same as 8 times 2 equals 16. Now we have the division problem, knowing that our biggest number always has to come first, just like in subtraction. You have 16 divided by 2 equals 8, so you're going to do 16 divided by the other number, which is 8, is going to equal, what's your third number in the pattern? 3. Look at the multiplication and division equations in the set of related facts. What do you notice about the products and the dividends? You should notice that they are the same. Because we used the numbers 2, 8, and 16 for both of these numbers, you'll see that these two answers are 16, and that was our biggest number. And in these two, your dividend is the 16. So your product and your dividend are the same. Just like when you did addition and subtraction, you use the bigger numbers first. I'm going to go ahead and do number 2 with you. Write the related facts for the array. First, you need to count and decide how much is in the array. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows times how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need to figure out 5 times 5. If you don't know that fact right off the top of your head, all you're going to do is count all of these tiles. Okay? So that's going to be your answer. If you look right away, you notice that you have doubles here. These two numbers are the same. So are you going to have 2 math facts equations, or are you going to have 4? Okay? So thinking back up to here, since both factors are the same, there are only 2 equations. So now you're going to do what you decided this answer was, is going to become your dividend divided by 5 equals the 5. Okay. You'll notice that this one does not have doubles and this one does not have doubles. Would you please complete number 3 and 4 on your own? Since these aren't doubles, you're going to have 4 equations here and 4 equations here. Go ahead and complete number 3 and 4. And then it asks you, why do related facts in the array in exercise 2 have only 2 equations? You're going to just go right back up here again and put that in your own words. Go ahead and complete number 3 and 4 and write in your own words number 5. If you need more time to do that, please pause the video. Your next page is all on your own. It says write the related facts for the array, and you have a couple of problems there. You're going to come back and do that on your own in just a moment. Go ahead and turn to the next page, so you should be on page 242, and let's talk through some of these problem-solving problems. Use the table for 18 through 19. So here is our table, and like we've done in previous lessons, we're going to spend just a couple of seconds looking at that table so that we can quickly use that table to be more effective. The title of our table is Clay Supplies. This column talks about items, so it looks like we have some clay, a clay tool set, and some glitter dough. And this column talks about the number of those items in each package. So you have 12 sections, you have 11 tools in each tool set, and 36 sections in the glimmer dough. Okay. So we are going to use that table to solve number 18 and 19. Mr. Lee divides one package of clay and one package of glitter dough equally among 4 students. How many more glitter dough sections than clay sections does each student get? So how many more tells me we're going to do some subtraction. So I'm going to use this beautiful white space over here, and I'm going to label it so that I can get help later if I need to. Okay, he divides one package of clay, so clay equals 12 sections, and he's going to divide it among 4 students. Okay, and then glitter dough, I'm just going to use an abbreviation here, is 36 sections divided by those 4 students. And then it wants to know how many more. So I'm going to take both of these answers and I'm going to subtract them to get my answer. And then when I come back over here, your answer is going to go here, and you're going to label it clay sections. If you didn't quite understand that, or I went too fast, go ahead and view this section of the video again so that you make sure that you understand number 18. Number 19, it wants us to write about math. What's the error? Ty has a package of glitter dough. He says he can divide 9 friends 5 equal sections. Describe his error. So I'm going to look at number 19. And I need to look at glitter dough. Glitter dough equals 36 sections, and he wants to divide it by 5 friends. Oh, I'm sorry, 9 friends. I didn't underline my stuff, and now I'm messing up. I'm going to divide it by 5. Oh, I did it again. 9 friends. Find out what your answer is, and then describe in your own words what his error was there. Hopefully you do a better job than I did. I did not do a very good job on that problem. Number 20. Write a verse being solved using 35 divided by 5, and then solve your problem. So you're no longer using the table. You're coming up with your own word problem where 35 is your dividend and 5 is your divisor. So you're going to write a problem here, and then you're going to solve it. And your last one on that page, test prep question, which equation is not included in the same set of related facts for 9 times 4 equals 36? So which one of those does not make sense? Okay. Remember, in those related facts, you're using the same numbers. Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let you finish this problem-solving page. You're going to go back one page and complete the on your own page. Then you're going to go into your math journal and look at that essential question. How can you write a set of related multiplication and division facts? So you're going to copy this section into your journal, and then you're going to tell me by showing me how to write a set of related multiplication and division facts. Then draw a line across your page. Math journal prompt, write a division fact, and then write the rest of the related facts. So this division fact is going to be different from one that you write here. Okay? So in your math journal, this was lesson 6.8, and you have the date. Okay? We had the problem of the day. Okay, and then you had your vocabulary thing that you're going to go back and do off of the first part of this lesson, where you are describing this one right here. You're going to do that on your journal page. And then you're going to do your essential question and then your journal prompt. So you may have to use more than one page today. A lot of writing with our math to make sure that we're understanding what we're learning, not just that we're able to do it, but we understand why it works that way. As always, if I went too fast or talked too fast or you got distracted or didn't understand something, please go back and re-watch that section of the video or the entire video and make sure that you understand it so that you can apply it on future lessons. Enjoy!